The world of big tech moves with a clinical precision that often defies human emotion. We have grown accustomed to the cycle of hiring surges and the inevitable corrections that follow. But what is happening right now within the glass and steel walls of the corporate giant known as Meta is not a correction. It is an evolution. In a single calculated move, 8,000 corporate positions have been terminated. 8,000 individuals, many of whom believed their specialized knowledge and years of experience provided a shield against the volatility of the market, suddenly found themselves on the outside. On the surface, this looks like the standard behavior of a company looking to please its shareholders by trimming the fat. It looks like a simple reaction to a cooling economy, or a way to balance the books after years of pandemic-era overexpansion. But the reality is far more complex and significantly more unsettling than a simple financial downsizing. While the headlines focus on the 8,000 people who lost their jobs, they are missing the most critical piece of the puzzle. At the very same moment these thousands were being ushered out, 7,000 other employees were not fired. Instead, they were moved. These 7,000 workers were shifted entirely into core artificial intelligence teams. This is not a story about a company shrinking. This is a story about a company rebuilding its entire skeleton. This is the first large-scale structural replacement in the history of the white-collar world. We are witnessing the birth of an architectural shift where the human element is not just being reduced, but is being fundamentally rewritten. For the knowledge class worker, the contract of employment has always felt secure. If you have the right degree, if you understand the complex systems of digital marketing, project management, or software engineering, you are supposed to be safe. We were told that automation was a threat to the factory floor and the warehouse, not the air-conditioned office. But Meta, acting as a hyper-rational entity, is breaking that contract in real time. The company is operating like a cold, cinematic machine, executing a transformation that is as beautiful as it is terrifying. They are not just cutting costs. They are clearing the ground to build something entirely different. They are moving away from a model where humans manage systems to a model where humans exist only to serve the growth of the machine that will eventually replace them. To understand why this is happening now, we have to look back at the recent past. In 2022, the tech industry saw a massive wave of layoffs. Back then, it was easy to explain away. During the global pandemic, these companies hired tens of thousands of people in a frantic attempt to capture a world that had moved entirely online. When the world opened back up, they realized they had too many people and not enough work. Those layoffs were about bloat. They were about correcting a mistake. But what we are seeing today is not about a mistake. It is a deliberate, strategic choice. The 8,000 people who were let go were not necessarily poor performers. They were simply part of an old architecture that is no longer required. The contrast between the old world and this new reality is striking. Picture the bustling corporate offices of the last decade. They were filled with the sound of keyboards, the hum of voices in meeting rooms, and the constant movement of people collaborating on projects. It was a hive of human activity, where progress was measured by human effort. Now, compare that to the silent, automated dashboards that are beginning to take over. These systems monitor algorithmic performance in real time, making decisions in milliseconds that used to take a team of managers an entire week to process. The bustling office is being replaced by the silent hum of a data center. The dashboards do not need coffee breaks. They do not need health insurance. And they certainly do not need a sense of job security. They only need data. This is the narrative hook that most people are failing to grasp. Something massive is happening right now, right beneath the surface of the news cycle, and most of the world hasn't noticed it yet. We are looking at a blueprint that every major corporation on the planet will eventually follow. Meta is just the first to do it at this scale, and with this level of clinical transparency. They are signaling that the era of human-centric corporate growth is over. We have entered the era of structural substitution. This isn't just about artificial intelligence being a tool that helps you do your job faster. This is about artificial intelligence becoming the infrastructure of the company itself. When the infrastructure is intelligent, the role of the traditional employee becomes an obstacle to efficiency rather than a driver of it. The gravity of this situation cannot be overstated. When a company of this size makes a move this aggressive, It shifts the gravitational pull of the entire labor market. It sends a message to every other chief executive officer and every board of directors that the old rules no longer apply. You do not need a massive headcount to generate massive revenue anymore. You only need the right architecture. As we watch this unfold, the most alarming detail is not the 8,000 workers who were shown the door. Their story, while tragic, is a familiar one of corporate downsizing. The real mystery, the detail that should keep every white-collar worker awake at night, is the specific fate waiting for the 7,000 who remained. They were not saved because they were the best employees. They were saved because they have a very specific and perhaps final role to play in this new kingdom. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. The silence in the hallways of these tech giants is not the silence of a dying company. It is the silence of a transition. The 7,000 employees who were moved into the core artificial intelligence teams are currently standing at the center of a historical storm. They believe they have been chosen to lead the company into the future, but the reality of their new roles is far more complex and far more chilling than any of them realize. They are about to discover exactly what it means to be a human architect in a world designed for machines. The transition of those 7,000 workers into the core of the artificial intelligence teams represents a fundamental misunderstanding of the modern career path. Most of these employees likely celebrated their new assignments, feeling as though they had been granted a seat on the last lifeboat leaving a sinking ship. They believed they were being upskilled, and that the company was investing in their potential to navigate the next frontier of technology. But the reality within the glass walls of Silicon Valley is much more transactional. These workers are not being prepared for a new career in a flourishing department. They are being deployed as the final biological architects of their own digital obsolescence. In the old corporate model, a human employee used a tool to perform a task. A writer used a word processor. An analyst used a spreadsheet. A programmer used a compiler. In that world, the human was the pilot and the technology was the vehicle. But in the blueprint Meta is currently drafting, that relationship has been completely inverted. Artificial intelligence is no longer the tool, it is the infrastructure itself. The 7,000 employees shifted into these teams are not pilots. They are the data points. They are there to map the nuances of human judgment, to provide the edge cases of creative problem solving, and to feed the machine the very intuition it currently lacks. Once that intuition is codified into the model, the need for the human bridge simply disappears. This is the essence of the architectural shift. We have moved from a world where technology supported human work to a world where humans support technological growth. This is not upskilling in the way we traditionally define it. Usually, when you learn a new skill, you become more valuable to the marketplace. But in this specific scenario, the more you teach the system, the less the system needs you. It is a one-way transfer of value from the human mind to the machine code. The knowledge class, which for decades believed its cognitive abilities were a permanent asset, is finding that its greatest strength is now its primary product for extraction. Your ability to think, to reason, and to organize complex information is being converted into algorithmic weights that can be replicated for a fraction of the cost. This movement within Meta is not an isolated experiment or a temporary adjustment. It is a systemic signal being broadcast to every boardroom on the planet. For years, major corporations have been burdened by what they call operational friction. This friction is composed entirely of human elements. It is the time it takes to hire someone, the high cost of training them, the unpredictability of their emotions, and the physical limits of their daily productivity. By moving toward an artificial intelligence native architecture, a company can effectively reduce that friction to zero. In an artificial intelligence native company, the workflow is not designed around what a human can do in an 8-hour day. It is designed around what a machine can do in a millisecond. The emotional betrayal for the knowledge class worker is profound. For years, we were told that if we followed the path of higher education and specialized expertise, we would be immune to the forces of automation. We watched as robots took over the assembly lines and the fulfillment centers, and we felt a sense of tragic security. We believed our degrees in marketing, law, or management were shields. We thought our work was too nuanced, too creative, and too human to be replicated by a sequence of numbers. But what Meta has demonstrated is that nuance is just another form of data. When you have enough data and enough processing power, even the most complex human decisions can be abstracted into a digital agent. This abstraction is particularly visible in the realm of middle management. For the last 50 years, the corporate ladder was built on the idea that you need layers of people to manage other people. You needed managers to set goals, to monitor progress, and to provide feedback. But a digital agent does not need a manager to keep it motivated. It does not need a performance review to understand where it can improve. As these artificial intelligence systems become more integrated into the core infrastructure of the company, the entire layer of middle management begins to dissolve. The strategic decisions are made at the top by a small group of human leaders, and the execution is carried out by automated systems. The vast middle, where millions of white-collar careers are built, is being hollowed out. The speed of this transition is what makes it so disorienting for everyone involved. We are not talking about a change that will take decades to unfold. We are seeing the framework being laid down in real time, moving toward a definitive onset of structural substitution by 2026. The era of corporate bloat that peaked in 2022 was the final gasp of the old, human-centric world. Those massive hiring sprees were the last time companies tried to solve problems by simply adding more people to the mix. Today, the strategy has flipped. The goal is no longer to have the most talented workforce, but to have the most efficient artificial intelligence ecosystem. The humans who remain are essentially the janitors of the algorithm, cleaning up the data and ensuring the machine stays on track until it can finally manage itself. This redesign is not limited to the tech giants of Silicon Valley. While Meta is the loudest and most clinical, the same silent restructuring is happening in finance, in healthcare, and in logistics. The signs that it is entering your industry are already visible if you know where to look. It starts with the quiet implementation of new software that promises to make your job easier. It continues with the consolidation of departments and the gradual disappearance of open roles that used to be standard. And it culminates in a moment like this, where thousands are let go while a select few are moved into roles that feel like a promotion, but are actually a deadline. The strategic curiosity of the modern chief executive officer has shifted from how to lead people to how to replace them with something more reliable. They are looking for a world of zero friction, where the gap between an idea and its execution is instantaneous. In this world, the human worker is a source of latency. We are too slow, too expensive, and too complicated for the speed of modern capital. The blueprint for the future of work has already been drawn, and it does not have many chairs at the table for the traditional white-collar employee. The realization that you are not the pilot, but the training manual for your successor, is the first step in understanding the new reality of the global market. The signs that this structural redesign has reached your own industry are no longer whispers. They are written in the changing nature of your daily tasks and the quiet shifts in your company's long-term strategy. If you look closely at the tools you are being asked to use today, you might just see the blueprints for the system that will eventually operate without you. As you look at your own career, it is easy to feel like an observer watching a distant storm. You see the headlines about Meta, you read the numbers, and you perhaps feel a sense of relief that you are not one of the 8,000 people who were let go. But the mirror is being turned toward you now, and the reflection it reveals is one of systemic vulnerability. This transition within the walls of Silicon Valley is a blueprint that is being exported to your industry, your office, and your daily routine. The reality is that the traditional white-collar security contract has been shredded. The professional world you entered a few years ago no longer exists, and the one being built in its place does not value the same things. In the year 2022, we witnessed the final era of human-centric corporate overhiring. It was a time of massive growth, where companies believed that the answer to every problem was to add more people. Those thousands of new hires were seen as the ultimate asset, a mark of prestige and power. But looking back, that year was the peak of a cycle that has now ended forever. By the time we reach 2026, the transition to structural substitution will be definitive. We are currently living through the quiet middle ground, a period of historical metamorphosis where the old ways are being dismantled, while the new systems are still being fine-tuned. This is not a temporary downturn or a standard economic cycle. It is a permanent architectural rebuild of how value is created and who is allowed to create it. The climactic realization for any professional today is the understanding that the traditional corporate ladder has been permanently altered. For decades, the path was clear. You started at the bottom, you gained experience, you moved into management, and you climbed toward the top. But in the artificial intelligence native company, the middle rungs of that ladder are being replaced by automated agents. When a machine can manage the workflow, monitor the metrics, and provide the reports, the need for layers of middle management vanishes. The ladder is no longer a path to the top, it is a structure that has been hollowed out. This means that the career advice you received 10 years ago is now officially obsolete. Specialized skills that once took a decade to master are now features in a software update. Experience is being replaced by the ability to direct an algorithm. This shift does not represent the end of the world, but it does represent the end of the world as we knew it. We must move away from the standard, panic-driven alarmism that suggests all work will simply vanish. Instead, we must see this as an inevitable historical change. Much like the Industrial Revolution moved us from the fields to the factories, this architectural shift is moving us from the keyboard to the cockpit. The goal is no longer to perform the tasks, but to be the person who understands how the tasks are orchestrated by the machine. It rewards strategic adaptability over raw technical labor. If you are still trying to compete with the speed and efficiency of a digital system, you are fighting a battle that was lost the moment the first code was written. This realization brings us to a moment of controlled intellectual clarity. We are standing at the edge of a new frontier in the global market. The knowledge class is being asked to redefine itself in real time. It is no longer enough to be a repository of information or a manager of processes. In a world of zero friction, the only thing that remains truly valuable is human judgment, strategic vision, and the ability to navigate the complex ethics of a machine-led world. The 7,000 workers at Meta who were moved into artificial intelligence teams were not being saved. They were being repurposed as the final architects of a system that will eventually operate with minimal human intervention. They are the bridge between the old world and the new. As the narrative of the corporate giant continues to unfold, the silence in the bustling offices of the past becomes more profound. The empty desks and the quiet hallways are not signs of failure, but signs of a new kind of efficiency. The energy of the corporation has moved into the data centers and the lines of code. The vibrant human drama of the office is being replaced by the clinical precision of the dashboard. It is a cinematic resolution to a century of corporate growth, a final bowing out of the human element as the primary driver of economic output. We are entering an era where the company is a machine, and the humans who remain are the ones who know how to keep that machine aligned with the goals of the leadership. The weight of this philosophical shift is heavy. It requires us to abandon our old identities as workers and adopt a new identity as strategists. The safety we once felt in our degrees and our titles was always an illusion, but now that illusion has been stripped away. We are left with a simple, stark choice: to adapt to the new architecture or to become part of the friction that is being removed. The global market is not waiting for us to catch up. The blueprints are already being implemented, and the machines are already learning from our every move. The transformation is complete, and the world of work has been reborn in the image of the algorithm. As the dust settles on this massive restructuring, we are left with one final truth to guide us into the future. The jobs did not disappear, they changed what they require.